4 would basically have the same number of current regularly scheduled sessions, but option 3 and 4 would distribute them
128.
different groups.
128.
Okay, so my understanding is that option 2 has the most support. And so the proposal for option 2 is line 74, and it's to initiate the Hydra octant for regular scheduled buddy team sessions with Luisa as the octant lead. And schedule 3 regular octant sessions per week. And then the proposal is to reduce the number of regular sessions from Andromeda from 6 to 3 hours per week, and reduce the number of regular scheduled sessions for Cobalt from 6 to 3 per week. And so then the details would be that each octant in the new world, there would be 3 regularly scheduled sessions for a total of 12 regular scheduled sessions for new world per week. That's the proposal. Are there questions?
No questions.
Are there concerns? Joyce?
No, I'm saying that it's three for each octant.
3 for each octant. So this is option number 2.
Yeah, 3.
2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
I mean, the concern here is obviously reducing the number of sessions, considering our client's expectations. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so there's no question that, I mean, this is also partly in relationship to, setting up a new octant does take energy, So it's not like just like setting up the old world is going to take energy away from the new world. There's just no way to do it otherwise, right? So setting up a new octant is going to take energy. It's going to take effort. It's going to take follow through. And so it does in many ways somewhat affect the client work, affects our overall momentum. But I would say one thing that even though it is a concern, we can still do one-time scheduled sessions, right? For client work, right? So we can still meet all of our client needs by doing one-time sessions, and it will actually create 3 additional days that we can schedule client work 3 times a day. So it actually could even increase the amount of client work we can do.
I mean, I voted 7.3 mainly because it would prepare us to for you to in about 1 week, Jay, if I may fill in the team. In 1 week, Jay is going to have less time availability for sure. Right? So I think this is good to reduce to 12 and then get Hydra running, because we will definitely be in line with executive availability moving forward. So yeah, makes sense.
And we can always change it at any time,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and there are open sessions, as Jason.
Exactly. I think it's not bad. It's not bad. I have a good feeling.
And obviously it'll take a while to detail out all of the specific schedules, so it'll probably take us a week just to kind of narrow down. So for now, I would say all of our sessions are still scheduled until a decision is made to reduce both Andromeda and Cobalt down to 3, and which days are going to be reduced, because I'm not ready to vote on that yet. And for Hydra, we're going to need to add the 3 days, and we haven't finalized on what days we're adding them. Okay?
Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
Yeah, I mean, let's make sure we prioritize it tomorrow at main session. That would be very important. That's something.
Or any other session. I mean, it doesn't have to be at a main session, right?
Correct. Yeah,
So I mean, that's just the whole idea of the Octant organizing, is that Hydra, now that it has the ability to do 3 regular scheduled sessions, it can do it on its own, right? Hydra can just meet and schedule them. Same with Andromeda and Cobalt, we can decide on our own how we want to organize our 3 days a week, and the same with Sonic, right? Sonic has the first session tonight. In the first topic for Sonic, well, Sonic's already organized, so it doesn't really matter for Sonic because it still has 3.
Okay, I'm gonna vote a 7 on this proposal. 7, 7, 7.
Initiate.
I'm going to vote a
Sessions.
8.
7.5.
7.9. 7.9. Ate? Eileen?
I voted 8.
Ate? Okay, cool. All right, so we have consensus on this proposal.
Yeah, we do.
So it's done. So I think we're ready to go back to the view up. Unless there's are there any other questions on moving forward here? So I mean, basically, under my understanding of the schedule, each octant is empowered to coordinate their own schedule. So we, as this main session, aren't required to figure out the details for each octant. That can be done later, or they could be on the main session or whatever. I just don't think we really need to deal with that right now. We can if we want to, but I think we're already over time. We certainly don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
So, unless someone wants to talk more about it, let's go on to our view up.
Very interesting. Very interesting. View up. So first thing, we either agree to postpone Cobalt H2 session or
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Cobalt H2 is in 20 minutes.
Okay, well, I think obviously it's going to get postponed or canceled, but we can just deal with that later, though, you know? So the options are either to stop, wrap up, and then we're still postponing for an hour, or we can do another topic if we want. Does anyone want to check out? Let's start with that. Does anyone here want to check out? No. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do a topic, or let's do wrap up or something.
Yeah, so I propose that maximum we do one topic that it's short, and then we wrap up, because then we have eventually we have the.
I mean, I would prioritize payrolls and budget over Mamoon any day, but like if you want to talk about Mamoon, then we need to do 2 topics, because I'm not willing to sit here to talk about Mamoon.
No, I agree with you. So payrolls and budget is way more important.
So if we just want to do payrolls and budget real quick, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I agree. That's very important. Let's cover that. That's very important.
All right, so topic 6 is
Do we have agreement from everybody to do payrolls and budget? Topic 6. And then wrap up. And then check out, wrap up.
Yes.
Yes.
all right, payrolls and budget. So let's start with who are the coordinators.
Device.
Okay, and what's the status of Everett?
I don't.
Okay, so then don't we have like sub managers too?
Well, I'm definitely the value distribution manager. So
Well, that would be the coordinator. The value coordinator is not but the budget coordinator, it's the value coordinator.
Please stop. Stand up.
That's right.
Move around for 30 seconds.
All right.
So I mean, I was manager, but I have a good pulse of the situation. So I can give a status review.
Okay. But
Okay.
I was hoping to get clarity on the positions briefly, but we can do a status update if we want to. But let's get a subtopics list. Like, so subtopics list. So we need to do a status update. We need to get clarity on the positions. We need to understand the policies. We need to understand the issues and solutions, right?
Yeah, next steps. Solutions and next steps, right? Because what Ate is saying is very strong.
Well, let's go over what Ate was saying because that was a while ago.
For worker like Ate, who's a leader in the organization, says that it's difficult to work with on an empty stomach. It definitely kicks in, right? So,
but payroll and budget is not applicable to having an empty stomach. Like, it's like if you have problems eating, then you do a back pay proposal or an advanced proposal, because that would be an emergency like need based on basic life needs that is not applicable to payroll and budget. Period. Right? Payroll and budget is anything that's a specific reason for needing money and being proposed in that process would be considered not only acting out but against policy and manipulating the process. So this for me, the discussion is a professional discussion based on professional objectives of achieving our goals as a team, right? This is not the place to be discussing, I'm hungry. If you're hungry, you're not willing to do an emergency proposal for getting your back pay into upfront pay or whatever you need, or in advance, like you just have to do that. Like, this is not the place to bring that up.
okay.
So I would object to that concept in this context, because I'm here to talk about the professionality of getting the payroll and budget done every single month on time, regardless of whether someone's hungry or starving, regardless of whether or not we have enough money, regardless of any other issue, because it's simply the professional thing to do.
Okay. So let me start again, if I may. What I see with the payrolls process and the budget process that we could discuss and think about is kind of what we have.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
It's kind of what we did with the contentious during the contentious sessions, where we kind of said, all right, let's give each other 2 weeks. Let's see how it goes, because at the moment we are in a transition momentum of the responsibilities, right? So both Ate and Joyce are stepping up very strongly to do the work, right? To get the work done. And on the other side, Jay and myself are trying to fix and improve, update the responsibilities, organizing in a way that they're simpler, clearer, and more efficient, right? So this is all happening. So we're kind of in a transition momentum, in my observation, if it makes sense, right? So we should set I think we should set very clear goals for the next, I don't know, we're about to start the new month, right? On Monday. So July 17th. So let's try to set very clear goals here, both on the coordination side, what needs to happen, and what we want to make happen, and both on the worker side, what should So this is my observation. We could kind of framework it in the same way that we did with the contentious session, right? But for a longer time, maybe a full month, try to get, and then reevaluate at the end of the month if the situation improved, because we are in this transition momentum. That's obviously almost objective observation. So check. Check. I'm done. Somebody else wants to. Okay, can I make a question? So, Ate, did you work on the base token accounting today?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Was it better, the responsibility organizing, after the update?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear
we can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay.
2, 3, exhale. 1, 2.
Yes, the responsibility organizing.
Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
The responsibility organizing right now is it's really easy to follow.
It's easy, right?
Yeah, even though I don't have like a few questions, but it's far way better than the other one.
Yeah. So what we want to do is to kind of copy the model of the base token accounting and make sure that all the budget process responsibilities and the payrolls process responsibilities are this way. Simple.
Why are we doing that again? I feel like we should review and go over it before setting a final template that's copied throughout everywhere. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, for sure. I was saying as a suggestion, not saying anything. Fine. But it's the one we worked together, Jay, right? The one we worked together the last time. Yeah. And
I don't remember verifying it as like a template to use for everything. Like I think that for me, I want to go beyond just like, oh, it's better. I want to go to like it's actually like being completed, right?
Yes. Okay, Jay. So let me get.
Can we get back to the positions? Because I feel like the idea of talking about all this without having any idea who's going to do it is just annoying to me. Like I don't. If no one steps up and wants to do the work, like it's like I'm not interested in even talking about it. You know what I mean?
Okay, Jay, let's go to the positions.
Yeah.
This.
So we know that the value coordinator is Eval. So the value coordinator is not responsible for the budget and payroll. They're the overall coordinator of everything related to value, which is like 10, 20 different things, budget and payroll being two of them. So we have a budget manager and a payroll manager, and they're the ones who are responsible for the budget process. This is the budget process manager and the payroll process. It's going to be a system, right? The budget system manager and the payroll system manager, right? Because we have multiple. Wait, no, the payroll is a system. The budget is a process.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
So the budget process manager and the payroll systems manager.
Yeah. So reviewing the positions right now, we're in topic for Luisa. I see that there is a Joyce for two positions. Right?
Wait, Alberto. I just don't want you to be doing things for people. If someone wants to step up for a position, and Joyce wants to do that, I want to hear from Joyce, not you, Alberto.
I want to step up as value coordinator.
As what?
Coordinator.
As what?
Value coordinator.
Distribution coordinator.
You want to step up as you. So you want to remove Ibryce and then have someone else do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
I am asking if it's possible first.
Well, are you saying that you want to step down from the deputy position?
No, exactly, because I see in the positions that there is Joyce and Ate that have more than one position. So if it's possible to have more than one position, I would like to take on in this transition period that's so important, the coordination of the value distribution if possible, because I was seeing the positions from the topic for Luisa, and I see that Joyce has 2 positions and Ate has 2 positions.
How many positions do I have?
1.
One. So I want to challenge you, Alberto, to focus on your executive roles and step out of the coordinator and manager roles as much as possible. Focus on your deputy role. You have not completed that yet.
Okay.
And then we can talk about it in the future. But I think if Everrice wants to step forward with the value, that's fine. If he can't do it, let's find somebody who wants to do it. But I don't think it's going to serve the team for you to step into another position that then is going to prevent someone else in the team actually stepping up and taking on leadership roles.
Okay.
Because I just feel like it's going backwards from where we want to go. Like, our agreement is to take you away from payroll and budget and get you not focused on that. So my whole thing is that you would be an advisor, that we have the budget and payroll advisors, which is myself, like you and myself, you know, and our advisory role should be working with Everrice and whoever the budget process manager is, whoever the payroll systems manager is, and helping support them to do their best work, as opposed to not, if Everrice can't do the work, I'd rather have the value coordinator vacant than have it be Alberto.
Okay, I accept. I agree. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and I have no problem if we think that Everrice can't handle it and we want to fire him. We can fire Everrice and leave the position vacant until it's filled, and do recruitment or whatever we need to do to fill the position. If we don't think Everrice can do it, I feel like Everrice deserves another couple weeks, or at least maybe even a month, to prove himself. You know.
Yeah.
It's because it's only been a few days or a week. You know.
Totally.
But anyways, getting back to the question, who is the budget process manager? Who is the payroll systems manager? If nobody wants to do the payroll processing payroll systems manager, then that is the problem. If there's not clarity on who's responsible for the budget process and who's responsible for the payroll process,
I'm responsible for the budget.
obviously understand exactly why we're in such a disastrous mess. Okay, so
I just,
yes, okay.
Yes, I just stepped up. I think it was yesterday for the budget since March is not there now.
Okay, so yesterday and before, you're saying you were not the manager. So what manager position do you want to take on?
Right now, I'm the budget.
You are the budget, or you were the budget?
I am right now. I took the responsibility yesterday.
So today, moving forward, Ate wants to do the budget. Today.
The budget manager was Moth, but
Yes,
Okay,
since
so
his
the budget
signing.
process manager was Moth. Is that correct?
yeah, it
Yes,
was
before.
Okay, so obviously that's a huge problem if Moth has been deactivated and Moth is the current budget process manager. So obviously that solves a problem right there. Glad we finally focused on this. Continue. So who was the payroll systems manager before today?
Alberto. Right, Alberto?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought Alberto stepped down from anything and everything related to budget and payroll like 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. It was not updated, so
Yeah. So after Alberto, nothing, no
it's
one.
vacant. It's vacant.
It's
I think
been vacant.
been
Yes.
vacant.
Does anyone see that as a problem?
Sure. Yes.
So basically you're telling me that when Alberto stepped down, nobody stepped up to help out with payroll.
For the overseeing of payroll, I don't know, but for sure the work, there has been improvement by the team on stepping up with the work.
Okay, well, I don't know exactly what the difference is, but let's just move forward. So what are we doing moving forward?
You should have a payroll system manager.
A plan.
No, we need a payroll systems manager. I agree with Joyce.
Yes. Okay.
Now we have a Tay. It's going to oversee the budget.
Jake, can somebody be like Ate and me together in budget and payroll?
mean, we could do whatever we want to, but we just need to figure it out. So
Per policy, correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, per policy, each manager position should have 2 managers.
I mean, it doesn't really matter whether it's 1 or 2 co-managers, co-coordinators, co-chairs. It's like we allow 1, 2, 3, however many we're able to do. So it's up to you guys. I just care that it's not vacant and it's not blank, and that we have clarity on the position, because obviously it's extremely important when we're having problems with the payroll and the budget.
Okay. Eileen, do you? I will ask Eileen first. Do you want to step up as a budget and payroll manager with Ate? If not, then I can take the position,
The role.
the role.
In budget and payroll manager with Ate.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'll do with Ate.
With Ate. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Aline?
It says that to become a budget process manager with Ate.
You
To
want
do
to
the
be a
budget.
budget process manager with Ate.
Yeah.
Okay, so that still leaves the payroll systems manager.
I can see the payroll.
So, I mean, can I say something?
Of course.
Okay. So again, guys, the manager is not the worker,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So, and the manager is kind of the same, has basically overseeing the work. Like the difference between a manager and the manager role and the coordination position is that the coordination position is basically overseeing the managers. Right? We want to have a lot of managers and a lot of coordinators, ideally, moving forward. But since the team is what it is at the moment, we are putting a lot of heads at the same time, right? So the point here is, given the fact that who's the top payroll worker? Ate, right? Number 1 payroll
Yes.
worker is Ate, and the number 1 budget worker is Joyce, or
Joyce.
or Joyce and Ate both, right? It's you 2 guys. So given the fact that you are already doing basically most of the work, right? Today you're doing 90% of the work, I guess, right? Both on payrolls and budgets. Now maybe payrolls less because this is all the running part, but I mean, taking on the manager position, it's basically you're overseeing the work that you're already doing. So it makes, given that we are a small team, it makes also sense that you are the manager, because you would be the one most informed to report to the coordinator or to the executive team if there is some.
At the break, time to start. Please get focused on the session.
Some problem.
Can I say something? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it should also be clear that being a manager doesn't stop you from equally being a worker. You can choose to be a manager and a worker of payroll.
Yeah.
Right, Jay?
Yes, a manager can just assign themselves to do the work and the responsibilities, right? Because the manager is not responsible for doing the work. They're just responsible for making sure that the status is updated, so everyone knows what work is not getting done, and then they can always assign themselves to do the work.
Yes.
Okay, so the manager is to make sure that the status of the what's the use or the work of the coordinator.
The manager doesn't need to make sure that the work is happening. The manager just needs to know the status of the work.
Current status, yes. So what's the difference between the role of the manager and of the coordinator?
The coordinator is coordinating all of the value and distribution processes, including all of the equity value and the overall like half-year budget. There's like 10 different processes and systems under the value team, right? And so the budget and the payroll are just two of like 10 different processes. So the coordinator is coordinating multiple managers, whereas managers coordinate a single process or single system or single client. A coordinator is coordinating multiple managers of multiple systems and multiple processes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
under the value team, there is much more than payroll and budget, including
Yes.
reimbursements. Reimbursements is under value. Dealing with our emergency back pay proposals, dealing with just general proposals in general relating to money, dealing with all of the equity systems and value systems of all of our tokens, right? That is all under value. All of value tracking is under value. It has very little to do with payroll and budget. I could go on and on and on of all the different things under the value team.
Yeah.
It's like payroll and budget is a small fraction of what the coordinator is responsible for.
Yeah,
Or not for overseeing. Yeah.
the idea is the following, right? So the executive team wants to know what's going on with the budget process. Okay, so the executive team asks the coordinator. The coordinator asks the manager,
Please stop.
and the manager asks the worker.
3, 4, 5.
So about communication.
Okay.
What about
Yeah.
communication, right? So being a manager means know who's working on what's going on, and then
At what
communicate.
time?
Yeah, and then communicate with the worker and about the status. Can you give me the status of this responsibility worker? What's going on, right? The worker answers to you or doesn't answer to you, and you report to the coordinator, or I mean, we're a small team, so maybe you report directly to the executive and you say, this is the status, or there is no update because there is nothing going on and workers are not communicating. That's it. You don't need to go crazy, right? But you need to know the status, which can be, the status is that zero. There's nothing going on. No worker is communicating. No one is working on
That's actually the number one primary difference between a worker and a manager. If you ask a worker, how is your work doing, and they're responsible for the outcome of the worker is always going to exaggerate and tell the team that the work that they're doing is the best possible because it's their work. And every worker wants their work to look as good as possible. The manager's role literally is not the work. The manager's role is to objectively and neutrally evaluate the status of the situation and to communicate to the team what's actually going on, regardless of whether it's good or bad. And the manager is not responsible for getting the work done. In fact, if the manager was responsible for getting the work done, the expectation would be that the manager would lie and would tell the team false information, because if they told the team the work wasn't getting done, they would be responsible for it and it would look bad on them. And so the manager position specifically is not responsible for getting work done, period. Check.
Hence the policy of the two managers, because we know that managers can also be workers. There is the policy that every manager position role should have two people assigned in order to avoid this conflict of interest. To try to avoid this conflict.
But anyways, during the management session each month that we're going to be doing now, we can do a lot more management training. Obviously, management training is a problem. We can put that in our next steps overall. But for me, the primary problem here is just not doing the basic needs of a functional team, of having people stepping up to oversee the systems and processes or getting the work done.
Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
So is somebody stepping up to be the payroll system manager?
Me, how many to be? Joyce, what's wrong?
Hmm?
You're not saying anything. You need to let's step up and do the work. I will step up.
Yeah, I was asking. I was giving chance to Eileen also,
She
if you
already
want, if
said
she
she
want.
wanted to be involved in budget. So let's do the work, please. Let's step up. I'll go for payroll.
So Ate and Joyce, payroll system managers.
Yeah, Ate and Joyce.
So Ate, you're gonna help with both, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Ate is kind of heading up the overall, distribution, and then Joyce is focusing on payroll. Eileen is focusing on budget. Okay.
Yes.
And like we could set it up that way. Like there is under distribution, there is also reimbursements, and one other thing or something like that. So Ate, you could step up and be like the overall manager of the distribution system, right? So you could have a distribution system manager that helps support the whole distribution system. And then you've got a specific manager for budget, a specific manager for payroll, a specific manager for reimbursements, et cetera, accounts receivable, right? So these are all sub parts of the distribution system. Okay. But anyways, for now, we're good. We have our payroll systems managers, Ate and Joyce, and our budget process managers, co-managers, Ate and Eileen. So I
Yes.
think that's good for now. But in the future, we could evolve it to having a distributions manager that oversees it all, for obviously just the distribution systems, obviously the value systems even more, but I think we're good. So shall we move on? I feel like for me, the next part here that we forgot to add to our subtopic list was the policy on the payroll stops. Like that was one of the things that came up before, was the idea that the workers control the payroll and there's no clarity on that. And maybe we should have better clarity on the process of empowering the workers with the payroll stops, because I know we had a policy on that before. And I believe the policy was that we're supposed to.
Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
I mean, I would just first, before we go into that, if we can just acknowledge quickly how bad the situation with payrolls is. Because we are currently at the 89 West, which is May, June, or not even May, June, April, May, correct? May?
18 West.
April, May, base token.
18 West, March, April.
March, April. 89 West is March,
Yeah.
April?
March, April.
Yeah, March,
March,
April.
March, April. Okay.
So we
These
have
are the
pens in
So
April,
we are 3
May,
months now.
June, and
3 months.
base token account. So we are missing here the bonus upfront, which would include for this month the half-year bonus, right? Bonus.
It will be the next.
Then we would have the half-year bonus. We either do it now or we forget about it. Then the bonus upfront, and then we have the bonus token. Still. So then we are. Oh, where did it go? We are. So then after the 89 West, we have the 58 West. No, what's the next one?
117.
117 East, right?
Yes.
April,
Yeah.
May. Then we have the
Then we have
58
West,
West, May,
May, June.
June, right? And then we have the,
111.
which is the current one, June, July, which is about to end in a few days, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so the situation is really, really concerning, and it's good that we acknowledge
So let's see. So here, so you said a couple days until it's what's the next moon month?
It's
Monday.
98 W.
98 west.
98 West.
Yes,
Okay, a
yes,
couple days
98
we have
West.
98 west. So then we have. Is there 4 budget processes or 5? 5.
There are 5 right now.
4
Five.
pairs. No, we're talking about pairs. Budget, we're
Oh, yeah, payroll processes. There's 5 payroll processes.
Yes.
Yes.
So for 89, we've got 2 left, right? You said there's 2 left for 89.
Yes.
Please,
There's 3 left for 89.
Three.
And then there's 5 for all of these. So and then there's 0 for the next month. So in total we have
And stretching, moving around.
18 payroll processes that we are behind on. So in the past, what we do in this situation is like if payroll can't happen, we just cancel it and move forward. So we could just do for example, just if you just did the base payroll for all of these months to get it done as quickly as possible, and then you just move forward with the future payrolls, and then we can go back to that one later when we get caught up. Right? So that's certainly an option if people don't want to do the work, because it seems like people don't want to do the work.
No, what do they want?
Again, I propose, I suggest we do something like we did with the contentious session. We give each other, I don't know, 2-3 weeks. I don't know what we agree, 1 month. Right? We try to set clear goals, both on the work output and as well on the coordination part. Right? And then we assess and evaluate. Because obviously we cannot.
There's another option.
Yeah.
Which I agree with everything you just said. I think we should definitely do all that. But the other option is the policy that exists, as far as I know, is that you propose to the workers every week, that they would either start a half pay stop or an upfront pay stop for payroll. So when payroll gets really bad and people are fed up with it, the workers have the ability to approve a half pay stop or upfront pay stop for payroll at any time. So, it's just up to the workers to want to do that, but it should automatically be proposed, and that's what I'm trying to figure out with the policy. So if people want to do the work, as opposed to proposing to skip all the work, the options are either just doing the work and trying to get it done. But I do feel like for policy of proposing to start the half pay stop or the upfront pay stop is, part of our required existing policies. But I can't seem to find it.
So,
yeah.
if I remember correctly, the policy did not require any automatic proposal, but the policy was that anyone can at any time propose to go on a pay stop or from pay stop for some payroll.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Hello?
Yes, ate.
Okay, here's I found the proposal.
Okay.
This was on 3/23/2022. So it's 2022 on March 23rd, 2022. And the policy was as follows. So I'm going to go down to line 50. To have ongoing votes, policy proposal to have ongoing votes for payroll upfront pay stop and payroll hard stop, as well as for reimbursement money stops. And it was voted and it was approved by consensus. So that means that the ongoing votes means that we're supposed to be proposing and voting consistently on payroll, upfront pay stops, and hard stops and reimbursement. So I would make a proposal that required to propose every, let's say, 2 weeks, full moon and new moon, or we could do quarter moons or whatever, to the team for money stops. And then if you don't do this, then you go on, otherwise it is half pay stop. So we would create a half pay stop to empower the team to vote on the money stop. Right. So then we had, after that happened, we had additional proposals. So the other proposals here were for the team to immediately go on payroll hard stop, for the team to immediately go on payroll upfront pay stop. Right. So they didn't pass at that time. Okay. So basically my proposal would be like, I don't know, every 2 weeks. I wouldn't mind even doing it every week, so we could look at some options here. Options, number 1, 3, we could do it weekly. We could do it every 2 weeks. We could do it every month, every 3 weeks, every month.
Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
I think it should be alignment with the management status.
How often is every 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, every 2 weeks. We have a new half pay stop that is just a proposal, right? We're required to.
Is it full moons and new moons?
Yeah, it's 3 days before new moons and 3 days before full moons.
Okay, so we do it with the management status. So that is 3 days before, every 2 weeks, 3 days before full moon and new moon. Right? Otherwise, you have half pay stop.
Next deadline would be July 14th.
So do we mean payrolls will be done twice a month?
No, I'm saying that twice a month, the team is required to vote on payroll money stops, right? So let me go over the money stop options. So the money stop options are no money stop at all. We basically all lights green, right? The next option is you have a soft stop, then you have a hard stop, then you have half pay stop, and then you have upfront pay stop. So there's basically 5 options. This would be kind of like the green option here, where basically you have no stop. Right? This would be no stop. So no stop would be green. Soft stop would be yellow. Right? Hard stop would be like, oh my goodness graciousness, this is concerning, but we're not ready to like cut our pay yet. Half pay stop would be like, oh my God, this is really bad, we're doing half pay stops. And then upfront pay stops would be like the worst, like dark red, no pay.
The fact that soft stop, hard stop don't really matter, right? The half pay stop and upfront pay stop matter because of what we were discussing before. Because
but soft stop and hard stop should matter, right? So eventually one day, soft stop and hard stop, we should never have pay stops. We should only have soft stops and hard stops.
Soft stop and hard stop.
Because that's what we used to always have, but then the work didn't get done. So it's like, for whatever reason, when people don't get paid, they get the work done.
We know that. I mean, we know what's working. Working is the half pay stops and the upfront pay stops. Those work because not only you don't get paid, but also we have policies.
Stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
We have those policies that we just discussed before in topic 2 that that kind of force you, if you don't want to do policy tracking, force you to work either on the priorities for the half pay stop or upfront pay stop or client work. That's it.
So can we vote on line 58? Can we vote on this real quick? Because I think this is going to be really helpful.
Can I just ask a question, Jim?
Yes, question.
Can you make a with the details an example of how the proposal is?
Okay, well I'll do it right now, okay?
Okay.
So for right now, it's very complicated because we're in such an interesting situation. But basically, what I would say is we have, base token accounting for 89 West, right? Base token accounting.
Yeah.
Wait, no, not base token accounting. We're doing base token payroll, right?
Payroll accounting is
So 89 degree West base token payroll, right? Should we have a hard half pay stop or upfront pay stop for that, right? So what you can do here is you can do both or all of the above, right? So you could say just like, I'm sure there's a better way to do this than I'm trying to do it, but you could say, okay, 89 degree West overall payroll system, right? And then you have the 89 degree West base payroll process, right? And then you've got after the base token payroll, you have bonus upfront payroll, right?
Yes. Base
Right.
token.
So then you have the
Bonus token.
Bonus token.
the bonus token payroll, right? So you have bonus token payroll. So when the team is voting on this, and then here you would put like Jay, Alberto, Joyce, Eileen, and you put all the workers, right? So then once you're voting on this, you could just put the entire system, I don't know why you'd say round, but whatever, on upfront pay stop or whatever. But you can also just do it by each individual payroll. So for example, if everyone's like, okay, I really don't care about the token payrolls, but I care about the bonus upfront payroll, you could prioritize bonus upfront payroll and say we should skip the token payrolls. Does that make sense? So basically, if everyone's like, we need to go on upfront pay stop for bonus upfront payroll, and like, who cares about the token payrolls, then basically you're saying that you're ready to skip the token payrolls and move on to payrolls. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So then you would do that for every single payroll round. So you could have the 117 East payroll round, right? And then, or you can actually break it down to each of the 5 separate sub payroll rounds within the 117 degree East payroll round, because then you can prioritize a specific payroll part instead of the entire round.
I mean, let's keep it simple. We are in the 89 West payroll system. The deadline we are proposing would be, the next deadline would be July 14th, so we can make the proposal now for the 89 degrees West payroll system.
Ooh, I have an even better idea. I've got it. So to simplify it, let's just use numbers, right? So we'll make we'll say that green is like a 9, all systems go good, right? So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'd be 2 for each. So this would be a 8 to 9. A soft stop would be a 6 to 7. A hard stop would be 4 to 5. A half pay stop would be 2 to 3, and then an upfront pay stop would be a 0 to 1.
So we vote.
Then we
We
have our
vote.
0 to 9 system. So then you can just vote for each payroll model from 0 to 9. And then by saying 0 to 9, you're saying whether you want no stop or upfront pay stop. And that'll make it simpler. Okay? That sound good?
Yeah, it's very good.
So then for line 77, you would just vote 0 to 9 on line 77. And then you can just put each of these down here. And then you just vote on each one, and it'll be much, much simpler because it'll just break down the whole model in much, much less lines. Okay? Okay, so then you have the April round, right? Payroll round. And let's just like keep these subdivided so that it's clear, right? And then you've got, pull this over here. Then you've got this one. So you have, I mean, I would just even get rid of this, right? So, you know, just keep it even simpler. So this is 117, like you have base token. I think, or what is it? So it starts with equity, right? Equity.
Yeah.
Let me do that, Jay. Let me do that.
And then you've got base upfront pay.
Base upfront.
Base upfront, then you have
Right.
Yeah,
So then
base
these are all
token.
117 degree east. Well, I mean, we just put 117 over here. Like it's just like this should be so easy. You just put 117 over here, and then put it like that, and then it's just like you just copy and paste. Like you don't need to even like put anything there, right? So this is just boom, copy, paste, boom. Then you've got the 58 degree, right? Boom, 58 degree. So 58 degree west. So this does not need to be super complicated.
And then we got.
But it is a lot of different sub options because all of these things are applicable.
Yeah,
so
we should have
another one. I think 58 is the last one, right?
Yeah, it's the last one.
Yeah.
So again, so the model that I'm proposing is that if you want an upfront pay stop, you vote a 0 or a 1. If you want no stop, you vote an 8 or 9. Right? And then it's basically your vote, and then you average it all out, and you'll see what the team wants in relationship to each individual payroll round or individual payroll. And then this would be done every 2 weeks.
If you want a half, so Jay, if you want a half pay stop, you vote 2 or 3.
2 or 3 would get you a half pay stop. Yes. You know, so for example, if you wanted a half pay stop for the 58 degree west base equity payroll or base upfront payroll, then it's like you're saying that you want half pay stop for a long time to get all the payrolls done, or you're voting to skip all these other payrolls. Let's just skip them, right? Oh, geez, I gotta get going. So it could also be so no stop would also be skip. So if you're voting like a 9, it's basically saying you want to skip.
Skip.
Okay, Jay, if you want to go, you want to vote quickly, and I think we can keep going.
Okay, yeah, I'll vote, but I got to get going for sure. I'm actually,
Before time to start, please get focused on the session.
I'll do a 5 across the board, you know, because it's not really up to me to decide. I'm down for whatever you guys want to do. So, you know, I'm kind of going to be right in the middle.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, guys, let's take a
But I
break.
might change my vote based on how other people vote. But I'll start with a 5.
But Jay, if we escape, we can go back later, right?
Yeah, that's the whole idea of this. Of the idea is that it was supposed. My original idea was that it would happen every week, but the idea is every 2 weeks, everyone can change their vote and update this and go on hard stop or half pay stop for the payroll, right? Because the idea is that the payroll is being done just like every other priority. You can go on hard stop or half pay stop. The only difference is that the workers are voting for themselves for their own payroll to stop paying themselves, right? So unlike client work or internal operations or other things for the team, where the team is forcing the workers to not get paid, it doesn't make sense to not pay the workers for their own payroll unless the workers want that. So that's what this process is. It's about empowering the workers to decide for themselves when they want to go on half pay stop or upfront pay stop.
Okay, so okay.
All right,
So
I gotta get going. I gotta do.
You want to check out, Jay?
okay.
Yeah, I'll check out. I give this session a 6. I thought it was pretty good. It was kind of a lot going on, a little all over the place. Like we didn't really miss anything. I'll give it a 6.5. So, and I'll be working. I'm really excited about seeing what's going on with the payroll and where everyone votes in terms of where we think we are in our payroll processes. But I definitely support token payroll for sure. And I am also going to be working on more assets and work with Luisa during Hydra and move everything forward. Potential session next week. Check.
Thank you.
And I'm just gonna go chat.
What about Cobalt? We missed Cobalt.
Cobalt. I mean, we're kind of in Cobalt now. I mean, it's kind of.
Yeah,
I think we just say it went twice, 2 sessions for this whole set. It's like long.
I agree.
Eval is important. Only happens once a month.
Very important. All right, guys. So I think we're good to go without Jay. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, we shall
Yes,
vote this one.
let's complete the voting.
This is the chance. So first of all, I would complete this proposal here with the deadline. I think it's a very cool deadline, right? So basically, it's just what this deadline is implementing is that.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
We do this voting every 2 weeks. We do this every 2 weeks.
No, wait.
This happens every 2 weeks. This is a good way to make sure that we push to get.
So shall we take a break first or what?
I mean, we missed the break already, so let's just keep moving if you want, or we take a break if you want.
Jay said, right? The higher the vote, it means you skipping. The 8 to 9 means you will skip that round, right? Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So if you vote for, like, for example, I will vote. I don't want the.
We're making options. We are scoring options. Yeah.
Wait. If I wanna vote, if I wanna skip base token, I will put 9. If I want the bonus upfront first, lowest the upfront bonus or half pay stop like that. Half pay stop or upfront pay stop, right? So I want to skip all the tokens and go to bonus upfront and all the upfront.
No, but the tokens and all the rest, they are very important. We need all
Yeah,
the
but we
bonus
can go back
also.
later, right? If you
When?
need them, you can
When?
go back after.
When
That's
you
the
guys,
question.
you and Anthony have so much value to get. When?
Oh, it's
When
up to you.
are we going to go back?
If you need the money, you go for the upfronts, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
practical.
back.
Yeah.
I'm
Jason,
back. If you really need money, you go for an
upfront.
advance
Advance.
or a back.
Advance. And even to make the back pay,
Okay,
you
we
need to
can.
be sure that
Okay, we can get
you have back
advance.
pay enough.
But if you're really hurting for money and you need money, it's not about payroll. It's about back pay and advances.
Okay, so okay.
Anyway, Jay. So here we are scoring the options, right? So I think that it would make sense. So either the option that scored the with the lowest average is the one that is proposed first, or we invert the voting. So upfront pay stop would be 8 to 9, and non-stop skip 0 to 1.
You will reverse.
Yeah, because then we would have the option with the highest score, the highest average is the first option that we propose.
Yeah, well, the key thing here is that it's a process. This is just like round 1 voting to get us an initial idea of what's going on with the team. But when we actually go through the process, this is a little different than normal voting, right?
Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
And the primary difference of the voting is that everything happens in order. So even at, let's say we want to prioritize the 58-degree bonus token payroll process, and that's fine, but it doesn't discount the fact that first we're going to be voting on the overall payroll round for the 89-degree west, right? That's the order. So the very next current one is the base token payroll for 89-degree west. If everybody agrees to continue that payroll, right, then that's where we are. If everyone agrees to do a half pay stop for that payroll, that's where we are. So technically all we need to worry about is the current payroll process one at a time. And that payroll process is either going to be continued with a half pay stop or an upfront pay stop,
Yes.
or it will be skipped.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So we can't skip, for example, the 117 token payroll process until after we've approved and gone through each of the processes beforehand, because we go through one at a time. Right.
Okay. One at a time.
So we're voting on all of these because we're required to. Any payroll process that hasn't been completed by when it's supposed to, the team can start voting on, and they can do that every 2 weeks, right? But all that really matters is what the decision is going to be for the next payroll process, which is the base token payroll for 89-degree west. Is that going to be a half pay stop or not? That's the question.
Okay.
That make sense?
Yes.
And everyone should technically be able to vote on this. And so there should be a spreadsheet that's created. Like, this is a good, practice round, but we need to create a spreadsheet, and then we can invite everyone to vote on the team, and they will be able to vote every 2 weeks on the spreadsheet. And then we would just add the next months as the payroll evolves.
Trees have paste up, paste up.
I feel like we're missing something, because before we calculated 18, and now we only have like 12, so we're missing one. So 58, 111 degree east is the new one. Now it ends in a week, so we can add that
Yes.
as well.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So I changed my votes to basically be like, hey, for the current payroll process, we're good. For the 58-degree west, I'm more concerned. For the 117-degree process, I'm even more concerned. And then for the 89-degree process, it's like, this is getting ridiculous. So you can see here, for 89-degree west base token payroll, we are at a 2.8, which is half pay stop. See that?
Yeah.
So I believe that what would happen here, and let's make sure we're getting these all organized so we can see the decimals. So I don't know why line 77 for the overall payroll round is a 3. I don't understand, but it doesn't really matter, because
We're missing Joyce.
the base token payroll process, and the base upfront process, and the base token process, bonus token process,
Overall.
for the 89-degree west, all is aligning with half pay stop. So the proposal would be that for 89-degree west, we would be on upfront pay stop. And then the proposal for 117-degree would be that we would be on hard stop. And then the proposal would be for 58-degree, also hard stop. And then also hard stop for 111. That doesn't really make sense.
Sorry, Jay. So,
What?
yeah.
So yeah, so this would be soft stop, right? Yeah.
There's no upfront pay stop. Only half
Half
pay
pay stop. Yeah, so the proposal, I'll just put it right here. Proposal
And this is
is
a T
half
because
pay stop for 89-degree west payroll round until completed. Right, so that would be the proposal that we'd be proposing to the team. Obviously, the team would need to vote on this, most likely on Discord, because it would affect everybody. That until the 89-degree west payroll round was completed, we would be on half pay stop, and that'll get the payroll round completed pretty quick, right? But then the proposal for 117 and 58-degree west would be hard stop.
yeah, but sorry, Jay, but we are in a main session, so if we vote on this proposal and we pass it, we don't need the team to be voting on it.
Every single proposal passed in any main session is supposed to go to a normal voting forum and be proposed to the entire team.
For 30 seconds.
Yeah, but it still becomes, I understand it, but at the main session it becomes.
There's a big difference, because in every single other pay stop proposal that we've ever done, you're always giving the team a chance to review and understand the proposal before the pay stop happens. So in this case, you would require 24-hour notice before the half stop would take effect for anyone to voice their concern or vote against it. So again, so again, it goes down here to line 100, that we need to create a spreadsheet that everyone can vote on for the team, right? The notes is not good enough. It needs to be a spreadsheet. The whole team can vote on it, and then that allows everybody to participate. But then after everyone votes, there's still the proposals, and we would still vote on the proposals now and then allow anyone else to vote on the proposals. So there's 3 proposals, right? There's proposal for half pay stop for 89-degree west, and then there's a proposal for hard stop, for payroll hard stop for 117 and 58-degree west. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then I think we're going to skip 111-degree east for now. Right? Because it hasn't even ended yet, and so it's not really applicable. So I can copy and paste these proposals down to like line 110 or 113 here. And then we can go ahead and vote on these. But they would still require 24-hour notice. Details requires 24-hour notice for review by team per
until completed.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So are there any other questions on the voting? Joyce, you're still voting?
I'm still voting.
So Ate and Eileen, you guys are basically saying that there should be half pay stop for all of the payrolls until all 4 of these payrolls are completed. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. So I feel like under our policies, you can propose whatever you want. So if you guys want to propose that we go on half pay stop for all 4 of these proposals, you can. In my opinion, as facilitator, the proposals the outcomes don't show that. It just has hard stop. And what happens is that every week, and every 2 weeks, we can update these voting. And so it's very possible that once we finish the 89-degree west payroll
We can have
process,
half pay stop.
new round that we could go on. We could continue the half pay stop for the 117 degree east, right?
Yeah.
So just because we
Mhm.
don't vote on half pay stop for 117 degree east now, doesn't mean that we won't vote for it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can vote after 2 weeks.
But either way,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
can propose to immediately go on half pay stop for all 4 of them. But again, if you do that in the past, we would not be able to get off of half pay stop until the 111 degree east bonus token payroll process was completed. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyways, I think the 3 proposals are on line 113, 119, and 127. I think the one on 113 has major concerns because it's like cuts everyone's pay in half. So we would vote on that, but then the other ones don't. I don't. If there's no concerns, we can just do objections and just approve them as half pay stop, as hard stops. Yes. So
Yes.
does anyone want to go through these?
Okay. Can I change my vote?
Well, sure, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. You can change your vote as many times as you want to, whenever you want to. This is going to go on a spreadsheet, and we're going to add every single worker,
Okay.
right? And every single worker is going to get a chance to vote on whether or not they want to have pay stops, continuously every week, but minimally every 2 weeks. There's going to be a half. Wait, did we vote on that for the half pay stop?
Pay stop for
Proposal. Okay, let's vote on this real quick. Line 58. Proposal required to propose every 2 weeks. With a deadline that is 3 days before the full moon and new moon. Otherwise, it is half pay stop. So we're required to propose to.
Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
All right. So we're required to propose money stop. Money stops to all workers every 2 weeks with a deadline that is the 3 days before the full moon and new moon. Otherwise, it is half pay stops, and this would align with the management status. Are there any? In the details, the next deadline is July 14th. Are there any questions about the proposal?
Yeah, the criteria to prevent half pay stop is just make the proposal by the deadline, or also by the deadline there should be the tally. So meaning you should have made the proposal 24 hours before the deadline.
So this is the proposal, right?
I mean, my understanding is that by the deadline, we should have an updated management status that tells us the current status of the workers dealing about the payroll process. So that would mean that the tally would be completed for the management status update, right? So which means that the proposals need to go out before. So why don't we say a minimum of 5 days before full moon and new moon? Or should we, gonna give 2 days, right?
The proposal should go minimum 24 hours before that.
You don't think it should be 48 hours to give a little bit? I mean, workers are busy, give them a little bit more time, right?
4 days or even 3 days.
Yeah, I'm talking about the criteria to prevent the half pay stop, right?
Yeah, so I'm saying that this would be happening before the management status update to send the proposals out. A reminder that can all be automated, and then you would ensure that there is a tally and update in the management status update on the voting by workers related to money pay stops, right? Because the management status update should include the update from the workers on how they feel about the payroll process and the money distribution process, right? And this also is supposed to include reimbursements. I don't know if we're doing reimbursements or not, but right now it doesn't include reimbursements. We just only have the payroll, which is fine. But if someone gets concerned about reimbursements, it gets added in. Okay?
Mhm.
And this is all existing policy except for this line on 58. So do we want to do it to be 5 days before full moon, new moon, or do you rather do 4 days? 24 hours or 48 hours? I think with all of our workers across the entire world, 48 hours seems much more reasonable, because only giving, and this can all be automated, right? All you need is an automated system that sends out a reminder twice a month, 5 days before the full moon or new moon, and it's basically like, hey, reminder. You could even set it up weekly, and it's just continuously going to remind people to vote on the money stops proposals.
Yeah, I'm taking on the task to set up the automation in the proposal.
But you do need to update the proposals, obviously. But the automated system should link to the spreadsheet, and it should allow people to update the proposals as they want to vote for new payroll rounds.
I mean, the automation for the reminder to do the proposal.
To remind people every week that they can vote on this and or update their votes from the previous week, right? That this is just a policy to empower the workers to oversee their own payroll process so that they can put the team on, in this case, half pay stop. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So I'll just add the detail in here that this can be automated.
The reminder can be automated. I'm not sure about the actual proposal. The work still should happen anyways. But for sure, we can set up weekly reminders.
But the management status of updating the management status is a separate pay stop. It's a separate proposal. So we would add this to the management status update, but the process of doing the tally and updating the management status update would need to be manual. But this actual reminder doesn't necessarily need to be manual. It can be automated.
Yeah, we can have the reminder with the link. Remember to update your vote.
Exactly. Okay, so are there any other questions? So this gives 48 hours before the management status update.
Yes.
So any other questions or concerns? Other questions? Any concerns? I don't have any concerns.
Me neither.
Are there any objections?
No.
Okay.
So actually, the deadline is July 12th, which is today. So if we have consensus on this, the next step would be, in order to meet this deadline, someone needs to create the spreadsheet and then send out the message to the team to let everyone know they can vote. Does someone want to take on that responsibility or that task?
Are we creating a form or a spreadsheet? A spreadsheet, right?
This is going to be a spreadsheet for voting on the money stop half pay and upfront pay stops, right?
Yeah.
Basically, there's going to be the spreadsheet that every 2 weeks with this, what we just created here, we just copy and paste in a spreadsheet. Then every week, every 2 weeks, by policy, we either need to vote or update the vote or not vote or whatever. This spreadsheet needs to go out to the team at least once every 2 weeks. At least once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
And I would do the automated reminders weekly. I'm going to add that to the details. Just like can be automated, weekly, except the management status update. All right, so I think we're good. So okay, who's the spreadsheet?
I'm gonna do the reminder.
I'll do the spreadsheet. I'll do the spreadsheet. It won't take long. That'll take
Okay,
long.
thank you, Ate. So let's do these proposals down here. So Ate is going to do the spreadsheet and get the money pay stops for voting spreadsheet set up. So then I'm going down to line 115. So the proposal is to go on 89° west payroll round half pay stop. So half pay stop for the 89° west payroll round until it is completed. That is the proposal. And this would require 24-hour notice to the team before it takes effect. So that would mean it would take effect basically. This is, yeah. All right, I gotta get going. So this is Andromeda hour. Well, let's just say Cobalt hour 2 tomorrow. Cobalt hour 2 tomorrow. So this is Thursday. Okay, coming Thursday, Friday, July 13, 14. Are there any questions about this? I'm coming. Okay, so all right. So I gotta get going. I have no objections to the other two, but I voted 7. I'm out of here. Okay.
Thank you, Jay.
Alberto,
Yeah.
the spreadsheet will be called money hard stop options, right?
Money stops. Money stops.
You can call it
Money stop options.
Yeah, only
payroll
money stop option.
rounds money stocks proposals spreadsheet. Or like this, no, like this, money stocks no, just like this, payroll rounds money stocks organizing Spread- proposals organizing proposals organizing
Because
proposals
everyone's in
organizing spread. Here line 99 I have
Yes, I see it. Thanks.
L99, imagine. Thank you. So guys, just to make sure here, I'm not going to be working on payrolls. So I'm going to be working on getting the responsibility organizing updated.
Very important.
Very
And
important.
also, if need the review, right? If you need review, also.
Course, review, support, everything you need, question, whatever you need.
Yes. Okay.
But I'm not going to be doing the actual work. Okay. But I'm going to be focused myself immediately on getting the responsibilities organizing updated.
So
From starting from base. Continue. Okay.
So we are on half pay stop until it's completed, the 89 West, until the bonus token means
Yes. No,
If
but
this
just said
if this
one by
passes,
one, one by one.
if this passes, if this proposal passes now, then we need
And
to
before time to start, please get focused on the session.
send it out to the team. Wait 24 hours.
yeah.
Tomorrow Cobalt H2. Proposal passes tomorrow Cobalt H2. We are on half pay stop until the running and the liquidity for the bonus token.
So it's very long.
The bonus token payroll process is completed.
We just need to focus on it, Joyce. If we work every day, we're gonna make it.
So it's
Because
very
we
long.
can't
I
keep
thought it's
we can't skip. We don't know when we're gonna come back to it. This is what we have been
yeah.
doing for
I'm
years.
already past with that one. I'm past with that
Okay.
one. So now we are gonna focus until it's completed. So we are half pay stop until we complete until the bonus token.
No, we are not, if the proposal passed now, I don't think we are on half to stop. Want to put it on Discord to give 24 hours.
Yes, I know what I mean. If it passes, we will be half pay stop
Yes.
until we complete the
So
round.
Yes.
So it's long time.
No, it's not long time. If we work on it seriously, we can take even a week.
Even 3 days maybe. Okay, let's go.
It depends
Okay,
on the
vote,
focus.
vote,
If you
vote,
decide to
vote.
focus on it, we're gonna finish it very fast. I don't see anything in payrolls.
Ate, Joyce, how many hours did you work on payrolls this week already?
How many ba?
How many?
Okay.
More than
Accounting.
1.5 hours. More than 1.5 hours, correct? For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes,
Right,
for the
these
accounting.
proposal passes, and then you just focus on working on payrolls. It doesn't affect your pay, anyways. It affects what? You already have accumulated the 1.5 hours for the base pay, right? But you have each responsibility separated. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, okay. So let's go here. I'm next to the proposal J, right? So base token, base token account, correct? Basically,
Yes.
yeah. So if you want, we can take a break and review that now together.
Yes. Let's review it now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I need a break. We skipped three
Yeah. Yeah.
breaks.
We need a break. I need to use the toilet.
Feeling
I
me.
need a break.
I use the toilet, go out, may I go out, ma'am, may I go out?
Yeah. So okay. So this proposal passes. So somebody take the proposal. No, it didn't. But somebody takes the proposal and please put it in the core team or in
Anyway,
the no in the money stop
Time to pause.
channel.
Please close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
And vote.
any-
Eileen Joyce, can you say your vote?
Mhm. I voted the
Over the
7.
7.
The seven. Eileen, Joyce,
Yes.
7.
Ate, seven.
Is the
7.
further until completed.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna take this proposal now. I'm gonna put it in the decisions, and somebody makes a communication in the money stock channel and say, please team vote within 24 hours on this proposal in order for it to become effective. Easy. Okay. So then
Are we
we
supposed to
can
put the vote?
no vote. Just the proposal.
May I go out, please? Thank you.
What?
Yeah.
Please,
We definitely
Sir,
need a
sir, may I go
break.
out? May I go out?
you want to check out?
No, go out only for toilet,
Sure.
please. Thank
Sure. For you to
Toilet
go.
you.
break.
It's like a 10 minutes break or a long break, 10-minute
I
break.
just wanna go to the toilet. Bye bye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's take.
Okay, let's take 10-minute
Okay.
break. 10-minute break. Okay.